As you'll know, there's a real revolution taking place in the self-build sector just now. The National Planning Policy Framework, the government's new housing strategy, and a huge amount of promotion, encouragement and practical guidance should make it a lot easier for more people to build their own homes over the next few years. At present, fewer than 15,000 homes a year are built by self-builders. That's roughly 10% of all our new housing. And yet in most other countries, the proportion is around half. In the near future, we want to see at least a doubling in output, making it a much more mainstream way of getting a new home for yourself. That's why the NPPF has some encouraging words for self-builders. That's why the self-build industry has recently launched a fantastic new portal to help would-be self-builders get their dreams off the ground. And that's why I've agreed to become the industry's champion. We all want to make it easier for more people to get the affordable, sustainable homes they really want. For decades, the British have bought new houses like we buy cars or a can of baked beans as a standard product from a manufacturer's catalogue. Thanks to the high value of land in the UK and developers' obligations to their shareholders to make big profits, the consumer's generally been on the receiving end of a pretty poor deal. And that's why we currently build some of the poorest performing, most expensive and smallest homes in Europe. And that's certainly not something to celebrate. But there is another way. What if we really became a nation of self-builders like the Germans or the Australians or the Dutch or anyone else? What if each household in the UK had the option to buy a modest plot of land and build their own place with support and encouragement from the public sector? What if people like you could help us deliver a range of sites with fully serviced slabs ready for an army of self-builders to construct their homes? Now, I believe the result would be absolutely inspirational. We'd see more custom-designed homes that reflect where they are. They'd be built to higher standards and to better quality. We'd see people sharing skills and saving money. We'd see neighbours working together on community self-build schemes and local construction economies really thriving. And we'd certainly see more energy-efficient buildings that embrace the latest green technologies. Now, you might think this is impossible, that you have to micromanage the planning system and that self-builders can't be trusted to deliver great homes. But the evidence is quite the opposite. Where planners have acted as enablers, some wonderful self-build developments have been undertaken, both abroad and in one or two places here in the UK as well. Self-build is often seen as a difficult and self-sacrificing process, but with the right research and preparation and with encouragement from enlightened planners, it can be a really enjoyable and, on collective schemes, a really empowering process. So that's where you guys come in. The NPPF makes it clear that you now have to take into account the demand there is for land for self-builders in your area, and where there's a strong demand, you need to make provision for them. But I think you could go further than this. I think you should be looking at the examples from the past, the garden cities and the Plotlands initiatives of the last century, and the visionary examples from abroad. And then I'd encourage you to devise your own strategies to encourage large-scale self-build developments on your patches. And just look at what they've been doing in the Netherlands and Germany. It's really, really special. There they are delivering thousands of affordable homes for people in their 20s and 30s. They're delivering innovative, well-designed contemporary homes. They're genuinely building communities, not just homes. I'm positive we can do the same here. I've always believed that planning isn't about stopping people from doing things. Of course, at its best, it's about enabling people to do things. So I'm urging you to think hard about what you can do at a local level in your local authority. Today, you'll hear from a great lineup of speakers who I'm sure will fire your imaginations and help you make it happen. And later in the year, I believe the National Self-Build Association will be producing some detailed written guidance to help you develop your response to the NPPF further. If we're going to see a doubling in the amount of custom-designed homes built in the UK, we're definitely going to need your support. So thanks for coming today, and I hope you go away this afternoon enthused and encouraged by what you've heard.